All right, so we're back. I'm trying to get a little conversation in prior to us getting on our bus. We're about to load real soon. But this trip has absolutely been eventful. I would absolutely 1000% recommend anyone who is considering coming to Montgomery, Alabama to visit the Civil Rights Museum. Please do so. It's heavy. It's extremely heavy. That's something I will say. And if you need to take a break, you can, because they'll give you a re-entry bracelet so that you can go back in if that's what you need to. I'm just going to kind of rest right here and wait for our people. Um, so if you need to re-enter, that is possible. So me and my roommate, Marsha, we left because it got real heavy. It got extremely heavy. We left, we did another one of the attractions, and then we decided, no, we're not going to go back. And I hope this bus is not so loud that you can't hear me. If it is, then I'll probably have to just take this part out. But overall, the experience is something that I will remember for the rest of my life. Even to the point where some of the people in our group have found names of family members. I mean, I'm not trying to give the things away, but there is an actual area where they talk about lynchings and people who have been burned and basically killed at the hands of mobs. And they talked about, the people who found their family members talked about how they just felt their ancestor or ancestors with them when they realized, like, oh my goodness. And there's a part in one of, oh goodness, I think it's the Memorial Museum, where you can go in and actually kind of look up some of your ancestors. And you just need to, of course, know your family names in order to put it in. But yeah, it was heavy. It was so heavy that me and my roommate Marsha, we left. Like I said, we went to that Memorial Museum, came back, and we decided that no, we can't go back into the Civil Rights Museum. It's a lot, even to the point where you have a display of many people who were lynched and never got their just due. And so there was an organization that came out and said, we're going to collect soil, and we're going to put the names of these individuals and the time that they were born, and the day and or year that they were lynched. And we're going to put that in this glass container. And there's just a sea of soil, of names inside, on top of these glass containers of individuals who have been unjustly killed by way of lynching. And to look at the red Georgia clay, or, the clays, the colorful soil of all of these different states where this horrific act happened. And then to go in and hear actual stories and watch the individuals dig the dirt of where the approximate area was where their loved one was unjustly killed by way of lynching. Because I'm very careful. I don't want to say they died, because they didn't die, they were killed. To the point where they were killed because, of course, people wanted their land. They didn't want their business to thrive. They didn't like the fact that, they went to the police and just said, hey, we need help. Just simple things caused this killing. And to be in 2025 and to watch these family members break down in these videos as if it just happened yesterday, it was heart-wrenching to see that, but very much needed. And when it all boils down to it, the biggest piece or takeaway from me was when a white older lady came up to me and just tapped me on the shoulder. And she said, I just have one question. And I looked at her like, I'm like, I don't know if she think I can answer it. And I said, yes, ma'am, how can I help you? And she said, I just want to know what's changed. What has changed? And to me, that was profound because nothing has changed. It still exists. It's just known by a different name. Slavery still exists. People being unjustly killed still exists. And the people who have caused these deaths have still gotten away scot-free and nothing has been done. So what has changed? Nothing. But that's another reason why we're here. We're here to see how can we go back to our respective communities and start a grassroots change of what can we do in order to provide not just information and knowledge, but how can we change the trajectory of where we could possibly go versus being on this hamster wheel of we're just doing the same thing over and over. Nothing's really changed. We're just rebranding it and it's still happening. But I'm gonna come back a little later because it looks like people are coming out to board. I don't want to sign off right now, so I'll be back.